What's up, duelists? RBET Indianapolis is now live. We've been burning the candle at both ends, and we've managed to pull this event out of basically thin air thanks to the amazing Edison format community. First things first, if you want to sign up for this event, there's a link in the description below. Make sure and read the full sign-up document before you sign up. And if you have any further questions beyond that sign-up document, join the Really Big Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord. Feel free to ask me or any of the staff members there questions about the event. Most of your questions should be answered in the sign-up form. All right, moving into it. This event is going to be a charity event. That means all of the profits after the staff and the expenses are paid is going to go to No Kid Hungry. This is largely in response to what Konami announced this last weekend. Konami announced, put at the bottom of a web page for us to discover, more or less, Saturday evening, that they would be basically dismantling the Ultimate Time Wizard program by eliminating hundreds of cards the way they functioned back in the day, and also eliminating the rulings that we played with back in the day. This destroys not only Edison format, but GOAT format, and a lot of other retro formats at Konami sanctioned events. The community's response to this was obviously negative. Like, they do not want this at all. We don't want some CEO who has never played Edison format, who has never played GOAT format, who's never played the game, coming in and just telling us overnight how we're supposed to be playing. Naturally, every retro format community showed solidarity and basically said, yeah, we're not going to listen to this. We're going to throw the events the way we've been throwing them. We're going to use the retro format rulings and everything else, basically. We just said, fuck that. And this RBET is for the players who got rug pulled by Konami because the NAWCQ, which is happening the same weekend as this RBET, is usually, historically, the biggest Edison tournament of the year. Last year, it had over 500 attendees. This year, it was slated to be even bigger, and a lot of players booked their flights preemptively, booked their travel preemptively, and as a result, they obviously are losing out. After this change, I woke up to hundreds of DMs from players who had booked travel that could not get it refunded, like just straight up. And this is unacceptable. This is just like unacceptable communication. This is unacceptable behavior from Konami as a company to disrespect hundreds of its core audience this way. Disrespect is putting it very lightly. More or less scam, like literally rug pull hundreds of its community members this way. And canceling a beloved program of Ultimate Time Wizard overnight in this fashion is really whack. I can't even begin to describe how much of a spit in the face this is to all of the people who have spent the last decades literally compiling old rulings, compiling historical documents to figure out how these formats should be played accurately, people who have spent years labbing decks, people who have grown local communities, people who have been throwing events that are Konami affiliated, non-Konami affiliated, basically anyone involved in the scene in any capacity who has put in any amount of effort into making events happen or growing the scene. This is a huge spit in their face from Konami saying, basically, you guys don't matter. As a result, the community is responding in kind, which brings a tear to my eye, warms my heart a little bit that there's solidarity between all of the retro communities saying, basically, we're not going to tolerate this. We're not going to sit around and let some CEO dictate how we're going to play the game. So ultimately, this RBET is for the players who got scammed, more or less, in this circumstance. Moving forward, there's a lot of negative implications from these changes. OTS stores will now have to decide whether or not they want to stick with their local communities that they've built up over the last 5 years of Ultimate Time Wizard, or if they want to maintain their OTS status. This is a horrible decision that Konami is pushing onto stores that will alienate their customer base. There are implications for people who have been selling Edison cards or make their livelihood selling Edison cards. Not just Edison cards, but GOAT cards or old format cards, because, when they're no longer supported at the Konami events, there's implications with the market. I mean, retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a multi-million-dollar industry, and a ton of people make their living throughout this. I've had a lot of DMs from people regarding this, and yeah, it's just really shitty. It's really messed up. I don't know how to describe this in a way that's positive. There's really no way to paint this in a way that's positive. I've heard a lot of people saying, like, oh, it's for judging, oh, it's for, they want to pump people into Master Duel and then bleed them dry in their gacha game. Sure, whatever the reasoning is, there's no excuse, because I am a person who's been operating on minimum living wage in the United States, and I've thrown a competitor series, well, not now a competitor series, it was never supposed to be a competitor series, it was supposed to be a supplementary series to YCSs, but Legitimately now, it is a competitor series to YCS's that runs fine. It runs properly. We have judges that know the rulings, no issue. We pay our judges fairly, no issue. We manage to turn profits on the events, no issue. We literally everything that RBET has done has proven that Konami is either incompetent, willingly lazy, willingly just doesn't respect its players. And yeah, I mean, this is just sprinkles on top of icing, on top of another layer of icing, on top of marzipan. You know what I mean? You could name a million different things that Konami has done to spit in the faces of players, whether that's prizing the events in a way that's just laughable, whether that's, I could go on forever. You can even Google Konami controversy and a bunch of stuff's gonna come out. There's literal newspaper articles written about how this company treats its employees, and if it's treating its employees that way, just imagine how it's going to treat its customers. This is also a company that produces slot machines, and this may be kind of a controversial take, but I think those are one of the most torturous devices known to man, low key. I think that those are pretty cruel machines, and it just goes to show the ethics and morals behind this company. They are obviously not going to treat the community members, the grassroots organizers, all of this stuff with the level of respect that they deserve. I'm really proud of this community. I'm really happy to be a part of a community that just doesn't tolerate bullshit like this. I'm really happy that we were able to pull something together for all of the players. It really breaks my heart. There's a lot of people who are messaging me. I'm like Morgan Freeman on The Dark Knight when you see all the little hundreds of screens, you know what I mean? Except it's people messaging me, telling me Konami fucked me over. I booked travel, I can't be refunded. Like I said, I got hundreds of DMs, literally hundreds of DMs of people who were just is there any way you can put something together? I booked this vacation, I have only so much time off, I have kids, I have a job, this is my one chance in the year to do something. I wanted to go to the biggest Edison event of the year, and now it's not happening. So now that we've been able to manage to put something together, I don't know where I'm going with all this. Come through, come hang out, come compete for some amazing prizes. While we close this video out, I just want to draw some attention to some of the other community members who have been doing stuff that doesn't abide by any of this. There's the PPG tournaments that are coming up. All of the PPG tournaments will be following the accurate Edison format, old format rulings. There's the FGG tournaments. There are the tournaments in SoCal, Chicago, a lot of tournaments around the country and in other countries internationally, in EU and in Central America and South America, have said that they're basically not going to follow this policy because, frankly, it's bullshit. It's a way of spitting in the face of a bunch of community members, and it's a way of trying to kill a format that is beloved by hundreds of thousands. I think that we're kind of at the point where Yu-Gi-Oh!, Retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially, doesn't belong to Konami anymore. They can reprint us the cards and milk us for all we're worth. Sure, that's fine. That's a mutually beneficial relationship where we get cheaper access to play the format and they get profits. They can choose to throw era-accurate events if they want to change their policy or go back on their policy. But trying to convince us to play this fucked up, hyper-errata format just so they can lead us into Master Duel and then, bleed us dry on Gacha is just, it's just not going to cut it. We're gonna say no to that. So, see you guys at RBET Indianapolis. Check the description below for signups. This whole thing is just, anyone even entertaining Konami's idea of this is just, is kind of spitting in the face of the community and the people who work to make this happen. So, yeah, don't entertain it. Don't even give them a thought. Don't even give them a single bit of your time. And keep playing Edison format, Goat format, Tengu format, whatever, the way it was meant to be played, the way we played when we were kids or whatever. And enjoy the content. See you guys in the next one. Peace.